In last week's video, I flew from Yuma, Arizona to the little runway right along the border in Hacumba, California. In this video, I make the flight from Jacumba to within earshot of the Pacific Ocean, landing at Brownsville in San Diego. Very exciting to be so close to finishing a big goal.
Okay, 40 miles to Brown. Okay, 132.35 is the ATIS. 128.25 is the tower. So I've got those in there, because there's nothing between here and there. So 40 miles. So it's less than 30 minutes, and that should leave me with more than 20 minutes still on that tank. 122.9 still. So I'll need to switch back to tower. Alright, trim is good. Hacumba traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, back taxiing 25 Hacumba. Starting to warm up. Couple gliders there, and I had read that there's glider activity, or maybe yeah, it's on the VFR chart. There's a glider there, little tailwind that I'll have, but not much, and that's the way I want to go. And there's no mountain over there, so I'll take a little tailwind. Hacumba traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, taking off runway 25. I'll be departing the area to the west, Hacumba.
Another straight shot along the border, this leg takes me from Jacumba to San Diego, and I have to admit that I began feeling pretty excited when popping over the mountains near the coast.
It's kind of a nice looking little town.
Hacumba, with a population of only a few hundred people, is actually called Hacumba Hot Springs, and that tells you why anyone even knows of its existence. Its name was changed only in 2013. There are lots of hot springs in California's mountain ranges, and this is one of them.
Border Patrol. Boy, that's a sweet place over there. Compound over there in Mexico. That was fun. That was a nice little stop. And the fence ends right there. And we got a gully with some slightly more lush vegetation there. Oh, there's more fence up there. Gotcha. I got it. I see it. We had a big downdraft there, now big updraft. Yikes. Very exciting. Now more downdraft. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Look at all these rocks and bushes kind of scattered. It's pretty neat looking. Yeah, so I'll land at Brownfield, refuel. Supposedly there's a, right by the pumps, there's a Luscombe guy. Oh, and look at this, kind of a river valley here with all these trees and some people living there. Pretty cool. And it goes way this way and way that way. Then let me get those frequencies tuned back in. So I got 132.35 and then 128.25. All right. And here's some very scattered town here in Mexico. Looks like each person has like an acre or something. Their own nice little piece of land there. That's kind of interesting. All right, so I got the brown frequencies tuned in. Border Patrol down there. And a little bit of construction going on here. So I got some drafts going on here. Hopefully it's not too crazy after I leave San Diego, because I'm going to be flying through some mountains. Yeah, we got some gusts going on here. That was Border Patrol. He was standing outside his vehicle. He did not return my wave. Oh, this is rugged. Whew. Yeah, maybe he just wasn't paying close attention, and maybe he was just enjoying looking instead of thinking about waving. We should have 40 more minutes on this tank. We got looking good there. $26 miles, so should be good on fuel. And we got a few mountains to go over here. I'm not going to go over that one, I'll tell you that right now. I'll go around the northern side of it there, I think. Yeah, I hope it doesn't get a lot more bumpy here. This isn't my favorite. So that's going to be Tecate on the left there, I think, on the south side of the border. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's not too bad. Yes, that's interesting. There's a town there, but nothing on this side. No airport around here.
I didn't even notice it, but there actually is a small, unincorporated town on the U.S. side of the border here. A little version of its big brother on the Mexican side. It's affectionately referred to as Tecatito, which in Spanish is just the diminutive of Tecate, meaning little Tecate. The Mexican Tecate has about 130,000 residents in the metropolitan area, and, as with so many cities just across our southern border in Mexico, you can pop over to enjoy some tourist activities, including hiking or riding bikes in the myriad trails in the surrounding mountains, and afterwards maybe enjoying a cool Tecate beer, originally made in the city starting in 1943.
There's a cemetery down there, border patrol down there. Lineup of cars there right along the border. And they're turning to the right to cross the border over here. Alrighty, Tecate. I'm going to go ahead and start veering north here. Go around this mountain in front of us because I'm not going to climb up over it.
The last mountain ranges I'll fly over before getting to the Pacific Ocean are the Laguna Mountains and the Cuyamaca Mountains. The ranges contain oak forest and chaparral, communities of scrubland plants, shrubs, and bushes, among other features such as faults, those pesky things that make the lives of Californians so exciting. The tallest peaks go up to around 6,500 feet and actually get some snow a few times a year.
And I might need to go around that other big one too. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good. And we're good on fuel. You know, I'm gonna switch tanks. This one's on, and that's full, because I don't want to have to think about that. Let's stop. I got probably 30 minutes left here, but let's just run off a full tank, because I got, I'm thinking about some other stuff right now anyway, like these giant mountains and all the gusts, and don't want to think about the fuel. And that had maybe 30 minutes left. No reason to be putting around on 30 minutes. Ooh, these are some rugged mountains. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the border there. There's a road, some switchbacks there. If that's the border crossing. Yeah, I think I'm good there. I'll just fly around the southern edge of that mountain. And I should be able to clear that ridge before... Yeah, I think that's good. That'll work. I see some contours there on the map that make me believe I can cut right through there and stay in U.S. airspace. But go over a lower spot there. Yeah, there's Brownsville. Not too far away. Yeah, there's the border wall. I'm good. This is good. see. Yeah. Yeah, there's the fence. All right, I don't want to lose any altitude here. But I'll be good to go, I think. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'll be able to cross these descending ridge lines on the U.S. side of the border with no problem. And there's the morning fog that the west coast down here is famous for, I think. That's exciting.
As in Southern California.
Oh yeah, lots of altitude here. Oil pressure, oil temper, both good.
6, 2.17, 2900. All instruments approach in the party. So on initial contact, and departure request. As is weather information, California available on flight frequencies. Yes.
Yeah, there's a fence way down there. There's a border patrol guy sitting out there on a plateau.
Landing in. Wait.
Yeah, crashing here would be bad news.
Information.
Oil pressure, just good, oil tail's good. This fuel's on, that one's off, and this is full.
Right clear. 7, 900. All in front of runway 6. So on initial contact of it. 10% right frequencies. Ground time information, Mike time 1653. Wind calm, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 26, 2.17, altimeter 29902. All instrument approaches, landing in departing runway 26. Advise ground control on initial contact of intersection departure request. As is weather information for Southern California available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Mike. Ground time information, Mike time 1653 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 26, 2.17, altimeter 29902. All instrument approaches in use, landing in departing runway 26. Advise ground control on initial contact of intersection departure request. As it is weather information for Southern California available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Mike. Ground time information, Mike time 1653 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 26, 2.17, altimeter 29902. All instrument approaches in use, landing in departing runway 26. Advise ground control on initial contact of intersection departure request. As it is weather information for Southern California available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Mike.
While I didn't do an analysis, I may have had to fly the entire 2,000-mile U.S. Mexico border to find a pair of cities where the one on the U.S. side is bigger than the one on the Mexico side. The San Diego metropolitan area has 3.3 million people, and Tijuana a piddly 2.2. On the other hand, if we compare the cities proper, well, we're back to Mexico winning with about 1.4 million in San Diego and almost 2 million in Tijuana. Either way, this part of the world has a wonderful climate and lots of beautiful beaches on which to enjoy said climate.
870, turn left at Charlie, hold short, runway 26 left, same tension.
Left to Charlie, hold short 26 left, request taxi back 26 right for departure.
Roger.
Says Tijuana.
873, you can cross runway 26 left at Charlie, then runway 26 right, taxi via Gulf Delta on this frequency.
Cross 26 left, Golf, Charlie to 26 right, your frequency, Skyline 24870.
Brown Tower, Luscombe 1813 Kilo, 4 miles to the east, flying along the border at 1200 with Mike and with request.
Welcome 113 Kilo Brown Tower, stay request.
Yeah, I'd like to continue along the border at this altitude until I get to about the west edge of your airspace and then come in for a landing.
Welcome 13 Kilo, westbound on the border is approved, altimeter 29903, and advise when you're ready for the turnaround. I'll probably bring you back on the south side.
Alaska 1813 Kilo, thanks.
Brown Tower, Cessna 90151 Hotel, holding short at 26 right, ready for takeoff.
Advise on initial contact, you have information, Mike. Brown Tower information, Mike, time 1653 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 8, sky clear, temperature 26, dew point 17, altimeter 29902.
With frequency, hold short at 26 right.
Hawker 220 Judo, Zero Brown Tower, sir, runway 26 right, landing traffic, and wait 9 for release.
Wait 9 for release, holding short at 26 right, that
Ooh, big lineup of cars there to come into the U.S.
50 Hotel, traffic on the border westbound, and when he gets to the west, he'll be turning back into the left down one to follow you as a lost him.
Looking for traffic, 50 Hotel.
50 Hotel, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
26 left, clear for the after, 50 Hotel. Traffic in sight.
Okay, there's the airport.
50 Hotel.
That's a 51 Hotel, no delay, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 26 right, 51 Hotel.
So the Pacific Ocean is, yeah, I think I can see it there through the haze. Boy, Tijuana, what a crazy city that is.
This is 24 Echo, holding short of runway 26 right, so Hawker Jet report him inside.
Sprawling metropolis.
Inside 24 Echo.
This 24 Echo, maintain visual separation with that Hawker. He'll be departing ahead of your arrival. Awesome wake farewells.
Maintain visual separation with the Hawker 24 Echo.
The primary border crossing between San Diego and Tijuana, the San Isidro port of entry, is the busiest international land border crossing in the world outside Asia. And get this, San Diego International Airport, about 16 miles to the northwest of Brown Field, is the busiest single runway airport in the world. How cool is that?
Yeah, there's an airplane taking off right off my wing, right past the tower there. Cool. Yeah, boy, that's...
The 51 Hotel on the right cross is a Cessna 1400 climbing to the pattern altitude. Start an early right turn, keep it out of below 1000 for now.
Say again, 51 Hotel.
The 51 Hotel, search your crosswind, keep it out of below 1000.
Roger, sign cross up below 1000.
Hawker 2 Sierra Julia, runway Hawker 0 Julia Julia, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 right, 20 Julia.
Cessna 24 Echo, Hawker's taking the numbers now, runway 26 right, clear touch and go.
Inside 26 right, clear touch and go, 24 Echo.
Brown Tower, Alaska 1813 Kilo is ready to come in and land.
Alaska 13 Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 26 left.
Left downwind 26 left, Alaska 1813 Kilo.
Brown Tower, the traffic in sight, 501 Hotel.
That's 51 Hotel, roger, pass behind the Cessna. Your northeast approach is approved, altitude your discretion now.
Roger, 51 Hotel.
Helicopter 5 Sierra Hotel, the Luscombe is about 2 miles south of the departure end of the runway, 1,000 feet entering left down where you're going to follow them.
Following the traffic by Hotel, we've been looking.
Cessna 51 Hotel, free change approved.
Roger, frequency change, thank you, 51 Hotel.
Yeah, 5 Sierra Hotel, Luscombe's pretty much off your left side, turning into the downwind.
We have them inside, 5 Hotel.
Thank you.
All right, there's the
Alaska
runway.
13 Kilo, runway 26 left, clear to land. Alaska 13 Kilo, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Alaska 13 Kilo, clear to left, clear to land, 26 left.
Hawker 0 Julia 0 Squawk 4672.
4672 Squawk.
50 hotel number 2, runway 26 left, third option.
26 left, clear for the option. 50 hotel number 2.
000, you're squawking 427, there you go, 4672, thank you. Contact SoCal departure, good day.
SoCal 00, good day.
Tijuana is the medical device manufacturing capital of North America and the most visited border city in the world. Suffice it to say, you could visit the San Diego-Tijuana Metroplex for weeks and not see everything.
Kind of a little bit bigger pattern here than I normally would.
Brown Tower, line side 03.
Line side 03, Brown Tower.
Brown Tower, line side 03 is off the Otay Mountains looking for a gulch transition to the west with Mike.
Line side 03, at or below 1,000, west only gulch approved, Brand altimeter 2993.
Not bad.
2993 at or below 1,000 gulch to the west, approved line side 03.
Oscar 13 Kilo, turn left, Golf 1, contact ground.
Left on Gulf 1, contact ground, Alaska 13 Kilo. Alright. I'm not gonna screw this up. Alrighty. So let's clear that. Let me. Brownfield ground is 124.4. 124.
058 uniform, first flight taxi for takeoff with Mike. Stationary 505 uniform, brown ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Golf Charlie. 26 left via Golf Charlie, stationary 58 uniform.
What am I, Gulf 1? Brown ground, Luscombe 1813 Kilo. I think I'm at Gulf 1 here and would like to go to the pumps at first flight.
Luscombe 1813 Kilo, brown ground, hold position.
Was that hold short or hold here for the Luscombe?
Luscombe 1813 Kilo, 8 firm, hold short of Golf taxiway.
Luscombe 13 Kilo, hold short of Gulf. Oh, there was a helicopter. Maybe that's the helicopter that was following me in. Alright, hey, you know what? I contacted ground and I talked to ground. I tuned him in and I switched. Woohoo! Can't believe it.
Luscombe 13 Kilo, you could taxi to parking via Golf.
Taxi via Golf to parking, 13 Kilo. So, first flight pumps. Yep, so this is simple. Don't really need to write anything down even. Alright, where are the first flight pumps? Is that self-serve? Brown ground. Can you give me directions to the first flight pumps? Are these the pumps right here next to the small tower?
We got left calling brown ground, say again?
I'm looking for the pumps near first flight. Are these the pumps near where I am here?
Oscar 13 Kilo, there's self-serve jet center fuel right there off your left side. First flight fuel is down at the west end, all the way down.
Okay, I'll keep going then, thank you. Added altitude helicopters. Alright, so that was the jet center. And someone said that there's a big Luscombe guy, or big restorer, across from the first flight pumps. So just in case he happens to be there, I'll go down and chit-chat with him for a little bit. And there's a C-130. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, this is, I remember this in the satellite photo. The planes are almost piled on top of each other down here. 10,000 gallons. Does that say? Well, that's got to be 100 low lead because... Oh no, that's a sweet plane. Alrighty. Oh, there's a Cub. Sweet. Fun times.
Although I didn't run into the Luscombe guy, I did meet a student at the pumps who was originally from Tacoma, so that was random, and another guy who pulled up in a Champ. He was a retired pilot and also likes to putt all over creation in his old slow plane. I used the restroom and got a drink at first flight in preparation for the third and final leg of the day. It was fun seeing all the activity there. Come back next week when I'm in for a lot of excitement. I have a busy time dealing with ATC in San Diego. I reach the Pacific Ocean and I fly to the high elevation airport in Big Bear City, California.